T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Don't mess with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I never held him.
You are all my children now.
Then I will avenge his death.
Hello, Sydney. Are you a god?
Don't you remember?
The Force will be with you. Always.
I wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
On Halloween 1963 in Haddonfield, Illinois, 6-year-old Michael Myers murdered his own sister in cold blood. But it was 15 years later, on Halloween 1978, that the legend, the Myers murders, was born. Having escaped protective custody, Laurie Strode as the sole survivor.
What's the boogeyman? What's the one where that stupid little kid bullies? I totally believe in the boogeyman. I wish I had you all along.
How you doing?
Good, how are you? Hey, Grandma.
I am not your grandma.
Ellie! What the fuck?
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's Sunday. With me, as always, is Mad Matt from Mad Matt's Mess. What is up, my man? Long time no see, bud.
Michael, it is great to see you. Great to be here. And guys, man, if that does not get you excited to see more Michael Myers, I don't know what does. You surprised me with that, Michael. You surprised me with that. And dude, you know, I know who's working on it, and I know it's a couple of guys who are true Halloween fans, and that was awesome. But yeah, dude,
hell yeah, man. We got 14 days.
Last Sunday, that drove me crazy. I'm back. I love you guys, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me, Michael.
Hell yeah. We have 14 days left on Indiegogo for Halloween Lives. So we're at the 2-week mark. So definitely I'm going to be pushing that as much as possible to make sure that, you know, we get these funds to move forward and actually bring this project to life. So it's unfortunate that these things cost, you know, so much money to do. But I think it's a great story, and, you know, I'm 100% behind it. And I can't wait to show you guys, you know, what Brandon's vision is of Halloween, and I can't wait to help, you know, bring that to life. But for now, let's see who we have in the chat. Lydia's in the chat saying, "Heidi ho, officers. Remember to hit that thumbs up button on your way in." Thank you, Lydia. See, my mods are always there for me, reminding me to say things like that. And yeah, please hit that like for us. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. We also have Patreon, and I will get to Patreon in a few minutes. Jerry Wilson is in the chat saying, "Thug Life." What is up, Jerry? What is going on, my man?
It's a fun channel, guys. It's a fun channel.
And James has entered the chat. The Shape is in the chat saying, "Good old Leatherface." What is up, James? What is up, my man? Bye-bye, Polar's in the chat. Another one of my mods saying, "Happy Sunday, all." What is up, Polar? Happy Sunday.
Good to see you, Polar. Good to see you.
Chris Davis is in the chat saying, "Hi, all. Hope everyone had a good weekend." I did, Chris. I hope you did as well, my friend.
Hello, Chris. Hello. Welcome.
And the Shape is saying, "Hi, everyone. Hope you had a great day." You too, James. You too, buddy. Right. I think that we're getting through this one pretty quick. Lydia was saying, thank you for this too, Lydia. "You can support Halloween Lives," and she leaves the Indiegogo link up on the screen. If you have not supported this project yet and you do want to do so, that's how you get there. $10 donation will get your name in the credits. And then there's a whole bunch of other things that you can purchase from there as well. And Lydia, thanks for putting that up for me. And just check that link out.
Please support, guys. We need more Halloween. We need more Halloween, and there's no better guys, you know, to bring this film to us. So yeah, man. I just have no doubt that we will not be disappointed with what you guys are coming out with, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't wait to actually get to the filming portion of this. It's going to be a little bit hectic, but definitely looking forward to the project for sure. And I think it's going to turn out great. I really do. I think you guys will enjoy it. Brittany Witten's in the chat saying, "Hey guys, what is up, Brittany?"
Hello, welcome, Brittany, welcome.
James is also saying, awesome mask, Matt."
Thank you, James.
That's the 03 Leatherface, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Absolutely.
That's definitely the best one. I think. That's my opinion. I just throw that out there. Jerry Wilson saying, "Hi, Michael and Matt. What is up, Jerry?" Stream wouldn't be the same without Jerry in the chat, right?
Absolutely, man. I missed you, Jerry. It's good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Hopefully you're having a great weekend, my friend.
And I think that we've got everybody that is at least commented. So, Matt, how was your weekend, bud?
All right, man. I'm going to get a little bit more comfortable, buddy.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure,
I
go
love to
ahead.
show some masks, man. I'm a mask freak, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me get a little more comfortable.
I'll let him take that off. I'm sure that Lydia's saying looks like Matt's been getting into leather crafting.
What's up, guys? I'll try to do that as much as I can, man. I'm a mask lover. I know a lot of you guys out there are, and I love wearing them. So, but Michael, my week's been great. Thank you for asking. I have missed you, my friend. I've messaged you a few times. I know you're busy. You know, same with me. But we always got to try our best to stay in touch, man. But busy or not, I'm absolutely doing fantastic.
You got to see a movie this weekend.
You know, yeah, work is work, and then you know, we're all working for the weekend. The weekend came, and I got to see a movie with you know, my wonderful girlfriend, and then some good friends of mine, John and Kim. And we got to see a movie I've been waiting for a long time. Nun 2, guys. Nun 2. And I hate spoilers, so I will absolutely give no spoilers, but I'll say I would be, and I talked to you about this a little bit, you know, before we started, Michael. I'd be floored, guys, if this movie gets a bad review. You know, even though I did enjoy the first movie, I could agree where there were a lot of people saying it was just a little too slow, not enough nun, all things I agreed with. Man, they check marked all the boxes, dude. Like they really did. So I'm going to be very interested to see how it does. But as far as I'm concerned, and you know, the people I mentioned that I watched it with, it was across the board for us that we thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'd highly recommend it. You know, I don't want to give any spoilers, but I'll just say one thing, that, and because this is the biggest thing I agreed with, is that the original Nun was just a little too slow moving and needed more Nun. But guys, those boxes are checked, man. So you know, that's all I really want to say, because you know, I hate spoilers, but dude, it was fantastic, man. It was fantastic.
I remember saying that I wasn't going to see this one in theaters, but you know, that's going to change. I am going to check this one out. It'll probably be next week. I'll get a chance to check it out. I'm hearing a lot of mixed things about it, but I'm hearing more good than bad, and that's usually, you know, what'll change my mind on going to see it. I mean, quite a few people are saying that it's good, you know, more so than bad. So you know, I love Valak, man. So I'm definitely gonna go check it out, and then maybe next Sunday or the Sunday after we can
I think that's a really good sign, though, actually, Michael, because you know, I almost expect anything anymore to have mixed reviews. You know, it just seems like that is the case.
Well, a lot of people love to hate stuff for no reason. You know what I mean? It's just like cool to think something's stupid. Like, there are things that, you know, I don't like, but at the same time, if something's good, man, give it the credit for being good. But you know, everybody has their own opinions for stuff. So
it's another thing to think about. It's a little bit harder to be always original, always like. So I almost go with, like, if I know they put at least like some thought about it and it's not dumb, like, you know, you know, because dude, we can't always just have, like, you know, solid original. Like, it's hard to do these days. But that's another thing. Like, the storyline with the Nun too, it did not seem like they rushed it, and it was just something like, okay, what? It fit, man. It fit, and there was more Nun. Like, I'll be surprised if it, you know, doesn't do very well, you know, down the line. And along with that, I'd like to. I'm sure you're interested, Michael, but you know, if the chat wants to say what their favorite horror movie is so far for 2023, I'm very interested. Mine goes to The Nun. You know, Lydia, hers goes to Talk to Me. But yeah, that's just something I'd love to hear from the chat.
That's another one I still haven't watched yet. Is Talk to Me.
I really think you'll like it, Michael.
I was excited when I saw the trailer for it. You know, the one trailer that I saw.
And I believe I've invited you to all of them.
Hey, you know,
no.
I'm doing my best, right? I'm doing my best.
Talk to Me was very good. It was different. It was good, man. But I like, because we're like, mid to late season now.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to see like what everybody's favorite horror movie is so far. But yeah, the Nun's going to be it for me, for sure.
All right. John's in the chat saying, "What up, peeps? What is up, John? What's going on, my man?"
John knows exactly what I'm talking about. I was with him watching Nun. Good to see you, John. Always, buddy.
Dark Witch is in the chat saying, "What's up, everybody? What is going on? What is going on?"
Hello, Dark Witch.
Teresa Stevens, aka Mad Mom, is in the chat saying, "Hello, everybody. I hope you all are enjoying this gorgeous weather. I'm so excited for fall. Like, I am ridiculously excited for fall. Like, I watched, and no lie, you guys, today I was cleaning my apartment today, and while I was cleaning my apartment, I watched Halloween 5, H2O, and Resurrection, right?
And you didn't invite me? That sounds amazing. Like,
oh, they were just terrible. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, that sounds
Halloween
amazing.
H2O, like, yeah, I was having fun watching that one, but it's just like,
I would even like, yeah, man, I would even clean some shit for you to watch.
Oh, Jesus. That good God.
I love H2O.
Oh, H2O's, it's not bad, right? It's not good, but it's not, it just dude, the more I was watching it today, it's just like, the scene that stuck out in particular is where, Laurie Strode is standing there and she's closing her eyes because she sees Michael and she opens them and he still comes. She closes. Dude, Michael is like this big around and his head is like this big. I mean, it just looks so bad for someone that's supposed to be so vicious and so, God, man, it was just.
I'm sorry, Michael.
It was just horrible.
The dumbest shit ruins a movie for you.
What isn't it? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What is it you always say about movies?
Vision, art, vision.
You have to get the look right. I believe you said that on how many streams?
Countless.
And that look was not right. It immediately is just like, oh my God, he's literally this big around. And
this is like when he's like almost like the shadow, like the silhouette coming at her.
No, he's just walking down the walking down the street.
I thought he looked fine. Doesn't he look like he does in the
I wish I had a screenshot of it. I should have prepped it. I didn't think we'd talk about it.
But let me just ask you this.
Right.
Does he look like in that shot? Does he look like that for the rest of the film, or just strange in that?
Well,
shot?
he had 3 different masks in the film. Like he looked 3 different ways. What I'm asking
you is like, is it just in that shot, or are you not a fan of the H2O look all around?
All around, I'm not a fan of the H2O look, but that one stuck out the most to be like, this is the one I can't really get past.
Okay,
like, this is tough.
Okay.
John is saying, I think if you like what the Conjuring movies are doing, you're gonna like this. Yeah, I'm a big Conjuring fan. Big Conjuring fan.
The Nun 2 does not disappoint, man. And the only Conjuring I've really been disappointed with is, I'll say, Conjuring 3.
Mm-hmm.
And as crazy it is Annabelle 1. But I'm not even saying they're terrible films, but I'm just saying for how good The Conjuring is. Those are my personal weak links.
Right.
Are the original Annabelle and the latest Conjuring. But man, if anybody puts the latest Nun in their weak link, I'd be surprised.
Where do you think that it falls as far as like if you have a list of all the, I'm not asking you to rank, the Conjuring movies.
No, but I love you asking that. But the thing is that at this time I can't answer that, because I'm a guy that, and walking out of the movie, I said this. I said my exact words were I really like it, but I believe after a couple more views, I very well may love it. So It's hard for me to say with one viewing of anything.
True,
I know
100%.
this is a really stupid, answer to your question, but
Yeah.
it might take me a few more viewings. But I'll say this: it's right there in the mix. Not in the mix right now of the greatest. Like my greatest are Annabelle Creations is phenomenal. And then I've got Conjuring 1 and 2. They're just way up there for me. I can't say right now at this point that they're at that level.
Yeah.
But I'll say they're right there in the middle, and they stomp Annabelle 1 and they stomp the last Conjuring, if that helps you. But that's where I'm at.
Yeah, and I mean that's something too. And you notice it's something I don't do on this channel is like immediate reactions after I come out of theaters.
Because it is hard.
It is tough. It is very tough because it's the more you watch something, and we've talked a lot about that too. The more you watch something, some things you're like, man, this isn't as bad as I thought it was.
I'm just glad I'm not alone on that. I thought I was
100%. I definitely agree with that for sure. Brandon Eckley's in the chat saying, "What's up, Matt?"
Brandon, what's up, man? Good to see you on here, buddy. Great to see you on here.
James is saying, "I got to see The Nun. It sounds great. I need to get a good scare." I've got to see The Nun. Yeah, I've got to see it too.
James, I feel bad. But this, James, is something you should always know, man. You are always welcome to come watch a movie with me, man. And I think you really like the Nun too, man. It's the atmosphere for the Nun, and they get the atmosphere so good on these Nun films where it could almost just be about, I don't know, playing jacks or some stupid shit, but it's so good, the atmosphere. They shot this one, I want to say, an abandoned church in France, if I'm not mistaken. And dude, it's so badass. It just I want to go. I've always been, since I was a little kid. I was the kid who broke into abandoned buildings, abandoned barns, whatever it was. But I just love checking that stuff out, man. And the atmosphere is sick. It is sick.
Oh yeah. Teresa's saying my favorite horror film so far this year is the original Scream. LOL. Yes, I just watched it this year for the first time and I loved it. Skeet looks the same now as he did then.
Oh my God, that's not exactly what we were saying by this year, but hey, man, who am I to judge? That's my mom. Scream is a great film. And Skeet looks a little different, Mom. I mean, come on. Greats. I mean, he hasn't aged as well as like Michael and I. I mean, come on, dude. Like,
Yeah.
We, Jesus gosh.
Darkroom Secrets is in the chat saying, "Good evening, all. What's going on? What's going on?"
Darkroom Secrets, always a pleasure to have you on here. Always.
Asher Keys is in the chat saying, "I hope you all enjoyed your weekend." What is going on?
Asher, same, buddy. I hope you enjoyed yours. I cannot complain. It's just like I feel like my weekends are sometimes so good that it just makes going back to work that much harder. It's like I dread it. But the weekends are rock, man, and same to you, man. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, buddy.
I saw a thing on Instagram today that made me laugh. It's like, weekends are bad for the simple fact that, this was, a funny meme, and it said, you get off Friday and you're too tired to do anything. And then Saturday, you have to catch up on all the stuff you couldn't do during the week. And you spend your whole Sunday mad that you have to go back to work Monday.
That's pretty much it, man.
It's like, yeah, man. Like I've felt that before.
That's pretty much it.
I pretty much felt that before, yeah.
But I can't complain. I can't go solely with that because I do have Mondays off. And my job during the week, make no mistake about it, I work for it, but I have Mondays off. We do a 4-day week. But they're like, 12-hour days. So, yeah, they murder me. But I get that I get that third day off. So, I'm very grateful to have that. and Mondays come, I don't want to do shit. Don't call me. Don't text me.
It's like, leave me alone.
Yeah, dude. I'm watching a dumb horror movie in the basement in my tidy whities, and I'm cool with that. So yeah.
Hell yeah, man. I do want to take a moment though to say what's up to all my Patreon people, and if you would like to support Patreon, you can support Patreon at www.patreon.com/moviesandbeyond, all of one word. You can check us out over there. A lot of good content over there. It helps out the channel. It's a way of showing support for the channel. But I do want to say what's up right now to the current Patreon people. So, I have an article today, Matt, that I am actually curious to get your input on because I know that you are a huge fan. You are a really big fan of this. And this was something I didn't know. It may have been, common knowledge for a lot of people, but it was something that, I just saw probably about 3 days ago, maybe. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it on the channel. Let me bring this up. I'm definitely curious as to what you
have my attention. I mean,
have to say with this one. So the article is The Crow. Lionsgate acquires domestic rights to Bill Skarsgård reboot expected in 2024. They're saying it's been a while since we've heard a peep about the new take on The Crow, starring Bill Skarsgård as Eric Draven, but Deadline brings us an exciting update this afternoon. So, first and foremost, did you know that there was a Crow movie coming out with Bill Skarsgård as Eric Draven?
So, I'm just going to say yes and no because I'm right there with you, Michael. I don't believe everything I hear, and
Yes.
but I've heard that, but then I also heard that who's Aquaman again, guys, and
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I'm not the best with names. I also heard that the Jason guy was going to be the Crow at one point. So then that faded and went to Bill Skarsgård, which, yeah, it gets me excited. But I'm with you, Michael. I don't just jump on like it's solid gold, and I'm not the best at following everything. Like, but man, if this is true,
yeah,
man, I'm very excited, and I like the Bill Skarsgård route much better than the Jason, Momoa. Not that I have anything against him, but I just think Bill is a better fit. I really do, and this is a baby of mine, man. The Crow, dude, was one of those movies where kind of took over a big part of my childhood. I've talked to you guys a couple times on the channel about this. I was the Crow like 17 times, as a kid. But dude, and Bill just keeps impressing me, dude. He is very versatile. So, man, if this is really coming to light, I'm down, man. I'm down, and I'm a big Skarsgård fan. So.
Yeah, it's curious though. Like in my mind, I picture Eric Draven as like a rock star. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to think of something that Bill Skarsgård has done, that would give me that feeling of Eric Draven being that rock star. You know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying with that?
Yeah.
Like that's. Like I could see Jason Momoa being a rock star, but he is like, big. Like Eric Draven was a little bit of a smaller guy,
Yeah.
And it's just kind of I'm not saying he can't do it. You know, I mean, who would have thought that Heath Ledger would have been an awesome ass Joker, you know, prior to seeing, you know, The Dark Knight.
I love you saying that, Michael, because I'm right there with you. I wouldn't say he can't do it either. Hell, right. even let's go back to Brandon Lee. I didn't even know Brandon Lee before the first Crow came out. I'm not gonna lie. You know, so I had no reason to, look at him as a rock star, in any way. So I see exactly what you're saying, but it's just Bill has become, for me, he's become the guy to not underestimate. I'll say it like that.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate him. So, and I love the Heath Ledger thing because he was one of the biggest surprises that I can ever remember. I remember them saying Heath Ledger as the Joker, and I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke. I immediately went to what is it? 10 Things I Hate About You. And I immediately went to those movies and was like, what, this pretty, coming of age movies guy is going to do a Joker? No.
We all know he killed that, right?
And then I was just like, I just ate my words, man. I ate them.
Right.
But I think Bill's got a shitload of talent that maybe we haven't even seen yet. So I'm willing to let that guy work, and even if it's something near and dear to my heart like The Crow. So
right. Yeah, but I definitely want to bring this up. But they said that Lionsgate has just tied up an 8-figure deal for domestic rights to the Crow reboot. Deadline reports nothing that deal was finalized late last night. So Deadline also notes the movie is expected to release next year. So as far as wondering, is this going to happen? Is this not going to happen? You know what I mean? This is pretty much saying this is going down. This is definitely going to happen. When you remake stuff though, especially things that are dear to your heart, you know what I mean? It does give me a little bit of that nervous feeling. You know what I mean? Because one of the things that the first Crow did so well was atmosphere. It was a very gray movie. It was a very dark movie. It was like raining through the entire movie. You know what I mean? It really gave that dark atmosphere really well. And I hope that they continue with that. You know what I mean? I hope they keep that feeling that movie gave, the visual things that they had in that movie that made it so good. And I hope that they're, planning on doing something along those lines to keep it feeling the way that the original Crow movie felt.
I could not agree more. And I'll add one further. It's like you tread a line with the Crow. You want it made well, but the Crow you also don't want to be fully polished, because the original Crow was not at all fully polished. But I think that's the kind of movie it was, and to me it just, if I'm making sense, that I'm not saying let's look like it came from a guy's backyard with a camcorder, but dude, it's not a
right.
Let's not do top notch. Hell, I don't want any CGI, but let's not do any top notch CGI or yada yada. It's a gritty movie, man. Just like you said, it's a dark, grimy atmosphere, and that's what I love about The Crow. So
yeah.
I hope I'm right there with you, Michael. I hope they stay right there with that. Don't make it look like they blew their budget on this movie.
There's also saying from director Rupert Sanders, who did Snow White and the Huntsman, Ghost in the Shell. Bill Skarsgård is leading the cast of The Crow as Eric Draven, with singer-actor FKA Twigs co-starring Danny Houston from 30 Days of Night. Also stars along Laura Byrne from Foundation, Sammy, wow, I'm not pronouncing that name, Buhilia, a son, and Jordan Bolger from The Woman King. So they have a cast together. It looks like that they have everything that they need to make this movie.
What I'm very interested in is the bad guys in The Crow were so good. They were so good, man. Like,
yeah,
there's big shoes to fill, man, in that movie.
Something else they were saying is we appreciate what the Crow character and original movie mean to the legions of fans, and believe this new film will offer audiences an authentic and visceral reinterpretation of its emotional power and mythology, said Lionsgate executive VP acquisitions and co-productions Charlotte Coe, to work with creative team led by Rupert's unparalleled visual style and storytelling, with a producing team who have made some of the most popular and impactful films of the last several decades, is a true privilege. So, I mean, you're always going to say great things about the people that you're working with, that you have at the helm of your project. So you hate for it to just be like, well, I'm more of a let's see how it goes. Give me a trailer, give me a teaser. I want to see something for sure. Definitely. The original. Go ahead.
Sorry, but don't give me too much. Don't give me too much. John and I were just we were watching when we went to see The Nun 2.
Mm-hmm.
We both closed our eyes because they were showing yet another trailer that was completely different for The Exorcist, and the first trailer gave me enough. So I looked over at John, and he's like this. He's like, man, I want to see another trailer. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I don't either. So don't give us too much in these trailers, guys. That's all I was saying. But,
right.
Get our interest, but, don't show half the damn movie in these trailers either.
Yeah. I mean, you never, you never want that. I mean, we've talked about that multiple times.
No.
The original film left an inalienable mark on our culture that lives on, added producers. We are all thrilled to bring a new adaptation for today's audiences in the respect of this legacy. Rupert has masterfully brought new dimensions to create a contemporary universe for this timeless saga of undying love, and we can't wait to share this vision with film audiences. All right. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just more of, pretty much pumping everybody up to see their movie. They're obviously going to, say these things, and nobody's going to be like,
yeah.
Well,
for me, it's a movie that, don't overthink it, man. You don't have to overthink The Crow, dude. The material's there. Get the right people, the right actors. But let's not overthink it like, it's a Halloween Ends or some shit. Like,
yeah, and I mean that brings up the point.
I won't go down that rabbit hole, but don't overthink
story
it.
As well, right?
It's right there, dude. The story's there.
You have a lot of great actors, but if the story's freaking crazy too, that can not help the film either. A lot of times, if a movie's bad and the actors act great, you could have all the best actors in the world, but if the story is, I hate to say bullshit, it's bullshit.
I feel like with The Crow, less is more. I feel like with the Crow, the story's there, guys. Don't overthink it. If I'm making sense, I feel like less is more. Give us talent, give us great atmosphere, but not stupid over the top CGI atmosphere. Just give us kick-ass atmosphere. Just don't overthink it, man. Because, but Michael, better than anybody, man. I stand behind remakes and all that. I'm a fan of them. So, I'm game. And if they suck, guys, just remember the original still exists. You can still go get it. It doesn't erase your favorite movie of all time. So just chill. But I hope they do good things with it.
I hope they do too. I really did like the original Crow. I wasn't a fan of any of the sequels, but I really did like the original. And I think it was just tough to move on after Brandon Lee.
Michael, even as much as I love the original, I don't think I saw any. I don't believe I watched any of the sequels, like The City of Angels. I don't think I've seen any of them.
I saw City of Angels.
Okay.
And
For me,
because
it was the one
I
and
loved the
done.
first one, and I was just like, well, hell yeah, man, I want to see another Crow. What are they gonna
Yeah.
do? And I was just like, oh god.
I guess I just started. Maybe I started hearing so many bad things. I was like, I just want this to be a one and done. I'm like, and, you know, Brandon had unfortunately passed away, and he was stupid good as the Crow. That like he was made for that role. So yeah, man, and I'm a big fan, and that probably shocks you because you know I'll kind of watch anything, but I didn't see any of the sequels, man.
Yeah, I watched the City of Angels, and that was I don't know if there was anything after that, but they said sequels with an S, so I'm assuming that there were more after that. I only
Hell, there
watched
even
City of
came like a
Angels.
series, didn't there? Like is there like a Crow series or like?
I have
Dude,
no idea.
I think it spawned a lot of stuff, but
The remake though does pique my interest, so I will definitely be watching this one closely for sure.
Same, and I'll say this too: is I stand behind Skarsgård. He has sold me, man. I'm a big fan of his. You know, he stepped up to the plate as Pennywise when. How many people back up the great Tim Curry, and with good reason. Tim Curry was phenomenal, and you know, he stepped up to the plate with that, and as far as I'm concerned, did not disappoint. I like them both. I don't say like he was better or this that. I just like them both. But for me, that says a lot. I feel like he, you know, if he can do that, dude, I'm putting my trust in him, man. So. Yeah, I stand behind Bill Skarsgård, so I'm glad he's playing Eric Draven.
Yeah, like I said, I'm curious to see how it's going to work out for sure. Zach Balin, King Richard, I guess he did King Richard, and Will Schneider wrote the script with the new movie, of course, based on James O'Barr's original graphic novel that spawned the previous film franchise. Producers on this fresh new reimagining include Molly Hassel, Victor Hadida, I think I said that right, John Jenks, and Edward R. Pressman from American Psycho, The Crow, and Wall Street. And the 1994 movie starring the late Brandon Lee, Eric Draven's fiance, is killed alongside Draven, setting the film's revenge storyline into motion. It spawned a handful of sequels. So yeah, man, it's definitely something that interests me, but at the same time, it's something that kind of has me like
on edge a little bit. I'm surprised that we haven't had a reboot already. I'm surprised.
Right.
But Michael, guys, I gotta take a little restroom break here real quick.
All right, I will catch up with the chat while you do that.
Catch up with the chat. I'll be right back, my friend.
All right. So I'm going to have to scroll back kind of far. You guys have been going here. Let's see what we got here. Lydia is reminding everyone to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already, please do so for us. She's also saying, I don't know how to feel about The Crow being remade, but I feel like if anyone could pull off Eric Draven, it would be Bill Skarsgård. Yeah. And I mean, he could do great. Like there's a lot of things that we talked about, a lot of people playing a lot of characters that, maybe you think they can, maybe you think that they can't. And, more so the Heath Ledger situation with the Joker always comes to mind when I think about that. And another one, I mean, if you want to stay in superhero stuff, a lot of people thought that Ben Affleck, there was no way he could play Batman. And I mean, in all honesty, he did a pretty good job doing that as well. For sure. Darkroom Secrets is saying, love Bill Skarsgård, did good in Hemlock Grove. He did. Teresa Stevens is saying, heck yeah, Skarsgård as the Crow would be phenomenal. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens there. Kim is in the chat saying, good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm late. What's up, Kim? We're happy to have you here. We know that, people have stuff to do and they're not always going to be on time, but we definitely appreciate you coming and hanging out with us when you can, for sure. Lydia is saying the Skarsgård brothers are a bundle of talent. It's crazy. Alexander is a hell of an actor, too. what else was Alexander in? I'm not as familiar. Like Bill, Pennywise. I'm very familiar with that. John is saying not the best pedigree for that director. And I'm gonna say that I disagree with you, John. I'm not gonna say that. Definitely not gonna say that. My Chunky Jordy's in the chat saying, hi, everyone. What is going on? Definitely glad to have you here for sure. Definitely glad to have you here. And you said you just finished last night's live stream. Yeah, that was an impromptu live stream that I knew I was doing about 45 minutes before I did it. So we had a good time talking about a bunch of different stuff last night. It was fun for sure. Teresa's also asking, what did Alexander play? And I have to watch it. I sometimes watch the movie because I love the actor. And yeah, that's another reason why I watch movies too as well. Jeff DeAngelo is in the chat saying, hello, everyone. What is up, Jeff? Always happy to have you here, bud. I hope you're doing good. Lydia is saying, my favorite of Alexander was him starring the role in Infinity Pool. I have not seen Infinity Pool yet. I'm sure if you enjoy that one, I'm sure if you'd enjoy that one too. I don't know. And John is saying, and True Blood. I think I've seen True Blood. That was a vampire show that was on HBO Max, right? Or am I thinking of Vampire Diaries? One of them, actually, maybe both of them. I think I saw both of those. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. What's up, man?
What's up, Michael? Are we talking about Vampire Diaries? Did I hear that correctly?
So I always get those two confused, True Blood and Vampire Diaries, because someone brought up True Blood, and I always get those two confused. Always. So Vampire Diaries was the one about the brothers, and they were like fighting over a girl, and it spawned the originals. Okay, so I do know that one, and then True Blood was the one on HBO, which got weird after a while, but I think I watched that one too. I think, in all honesty, I think I did watch both of them.
Michael, this is why I missed you.
I'm pretty sure. Dude, my brain isn't what it used to be, especially with I'm getting older, man. It's like I think I saw that, or it's a lot of times it's like I have never heard of that movie in my entire life, and then I'll hit play and it's like, oh, I've seen this. I know exactly what this is.
Dude, I can't remember names. I watched too many movies that are dude, there's too many horror movies. And like you start talking about from 2000 even from 2000 to 2010, so many are not like the mainstream or whatever, but I'll sit there and watch them. And they just all come together, man. Like I couldn't say what's what,
what's not helping me at all with that is Tubi. I know Tubi's great, you guys, but they have so much stuff. Like it's so much that it's just like this looks cool. I'm gonna watch it, and it is just something that I've never heard of, never seen before in my life, and it's actually crazy. I watched something a couple weeks ago with sharks in the sand. And or they ended up being aliens or something. I don't even remember. Something I would never watch except for me flipping around on Tubi. Like, let's go ahead and check this out. Like, it was just crazy.
Dude, yeah, go ahead, Michael.
Darkroom Secrets is saying, hey guys, are you doing any more raffles? I missed the last one. Went back and watched the episode. Looked like fun. Definitely livens the show up a bit. Yeah, I mean, if we get stuff to raffle off, for sure.
Michael, I'm gonna go ahead and say, let's just say yes. Kim, I will absolutely do another raffle. If you guys enjoyed that, I enjoyed it. I've got plenty to raffle off. So Michael, we'll talk about that, and yeah, we'll do another raffle.
Sweetness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Polar is saying Alexander was amazing in True Blood and Big Little Lies. I love him in everything. I know I've seen True Blood. I just couldn't really tell you what it was about.
This is something that I just can't talk to you guys about. I have no idea.
Jeff D'Angelo is saying, just got home from Tennessee. I hope it was fun, man. I hope you had a good time down there. Definitely like to hear about it for sure.
Dude, yeah. Jeff, what's up, man? And you know what was so cool is Jeff was just at the first annual HorrorCon in Tennessee. Just him and his daughter, Kaylee, which is so freaking cool, man. And Michael said it best, Jeff. We cannot wait to hear about your time out there. And Kaylee, from you as well, man. I hope you guys had the best time. And Michael, I hope that you and I can roll out there next year. But that's something I think we missed out on, dude.
Dude, I love Tennessee. Like, Tennessee's my jam. If I could move to Tennessee right now, I would do it. I love Tennessee.
Yeah, but man, sure. If you're up for it, Michael, man, I'm down, dude, to get a cabin out there. Yeah, I'm jealous of you, Jeff, man. I hope you and Kaylee had the best time ever. Yeah, he was in the booth before he went. He talked to me. He knew where they were getting pancakes in the morning. He knew, he had it laid out, and it sounded so awesome. So
yeah, dude. Like, have you been to Tennessee before? Like,
I
have. Yeah, dude. I love Pigeon Forge. Like, that is my jam, dude. You could go down there, and there's still like old school arcade games.
Right.
You will catch my old ass on the go-karts down there. I don't care. I have no. I will drive them. Like, I absolutely love that. It's like something me and my father did when I was a kid. And even as an adult, every time I go, it's like, where's those go-karts at? I'm gonna go.
Well, yeah. And think about that, Michael. But now it's like, take that and then you add a HorrorCon to that shit, dude. It's like, what 100%. Else can you do? What else can you do to make that, more cool?
100%.
Maybe a Pee Wee Herman, meet and greet, but I don't know. It's just like, dude, it's dude.
Oh yeah, man. That's awesome, Jeff. Yeah, I hope you had a blast, dude. Denisha Lane's in the chat saying, hey, everyone. I'm sorry I'm late. Hey, Michael, what is up, Denisha? Glad to have you here. Definitely glad to have you here.
Absolutely.
The Shape is saying, the man behind the mask is back. Oh, yeah. Speaking of man behind the mask, Wednesday, I'm going to a concert where Alice Cooper will be there. And he will hopefully sing Man Behind the Mask. I'm bringing my mask. It's happening.
Michael, for you, yeah. Man, I hope he does.
I do too. That's what I want the most of. Yeah, it's Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie will be down there playing, and I'm gonna take a lot of video and pictures and stuff. And I don't know, I might go live on Instagram while I'm down there. So be looking out for that if you like those types of things. It'll be Wednesday, early evening. But dude, I'm hoping for Man Behind the Mask. I really want to. I'd love to hear that live, but I just don't know if it's like one of his popular songs that he would, do. But I am bringing the Jason mask just in case, and I guarantee if he does it, I swear, I don't care what rules I'll go live on Instagram with that. I don't even care. That's Man Behind the Mask, dude. Like 100%.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
100 freaking percent.
Oh yeah.
Talk to the mic is in the chat. How's it going, brother? What is up, my man? What is going on, bro? I'm glad you're here, dude. Glad you're here to hang out. Talk to the mic. I am going to try to get him on the show at some point next week. He is actually working on a fan film himself, and he has, Matt, you will have great interest in one of the people that are going to be in Mike's fan film. You are a big UFC guy, right?
Absolutely, man.
So when you think of the UFC and you think of the earlier years in the UFC, there's probably about 3 or 4 guys that, pop in your head, right? From the UFC. One of those is George Rush St. Pierre, and he is going to be in this man's fan film, Talk to the Mic, and that is super awesome, dude. I cannot wait to talk to you about that fan film.
That is super freaking awesome. Yeah, GSP. That's super awesome, man. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Lydia's throwing the links up tonight, and she's saying you can follow Mad Matt's Mask and give them a like at there's their Facebook link. I'm not reading all that, but she has the link in the chat for you guys to click on and go over and drop them a like, follow them on Facebook. And, Mad Mom's on there a lot. I've noticed on Facebook putting out little videos of merchandise and stuff.
Only do that if you're a creepy son of a bitch that likes horror, man. Dude, that's what we are. If that's your thing, there you go. Dude, Saint Pierre on there. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Talk to the mic is also saying, hope everyone is having a good Sunday night. Yes, sir. You too, brother. You too.
Yeah.
John is saying True Blood was great for about 3 seasons and then it fell off for me. See, dude, that's what I do remember about that. Like, I was really interested in the beginning and then it just kind of like drug out for me. Like seriously. That's back when I first had HBO. And I could binge watch it. So I did that. This was probably 7 or 8 years ago. That's probably why I don't remember anything.
True Blood.
Yeah. Jeff D'Angelo is saying it was very good. It was not crowded at all. Everyone, we pretty much walked right up to their table. That is cool, man. Those are the best ones. Like, that's why I love being.
Dude, they are.
That's why I love being there early on Fridays, especially on a big convention, because that's the day, man. Like, if you're going to a big convention, Friday is the day to get it done. And I absolutely love when you can just walk right up to people. It's great.
Yeah, some of I'll say.
I gotta say this real quick. Jeff D'Angelo said, "Oh, we did the go-karts. Hell, yes, we did. That's what I'm talking about, Jeff. The go-karts are the go-karts. Hell yeah, dude, man.
They are." And I know this is a little bit like outside of like everything, but Jeff, you are, man. You're a great contributor to the channel, Mad Matt's Mask. But another thing that you are, my friend, is a phenomenal father. I'm not gonna go into huge detail, dude, but you are, man. I've watched you a lot with Kaylee and stuff, man. But you're a true man, dude. It's a pleasure to have you on here with us, man. But you're a good dude. You're a good father, and yeah, man, it's a pleasure to have you on here, dude. But I see you time and time again doing your thing with Kaylee and stuff, and it's freaking awesome, man. So just wanted to say that to you.
Sweet,
you're the man.
The Shape is saying, yes, Jeff, I would love to see Tyler. Is that Tyler Maine? Did you meet Tyler Maine, Jeff?
Yeah.
Did you meet Tyler Maine? That is freaking awesome. I bet he's a big son of a bitch, isn't he?
He is. Yeah.
Dark Witch is saying, digging that mask, Matt.
Thank you very much. I'm a mask fanatic, and yeah, if I can show you guys more cool masks, I'm down.
Mad Mom is saying, has anyone watched the first episode of Daryl Dixon yet? I'm not going to say anything except it was great to see Norman Reedus again on screen. I can't help it, but I wonder if he will find Rick. Teresa, I have not yet, and believe it or not, I didn't even finish Maggie and Negan yet either. Or Negan and Maggie. So yeah, a little behind on that as well. But I do want to finish that before I get into Daryl's show. I've kind of gotten wrapped up in Ahsoka right now, which is another great show. And I know that wherever Russell Dorsey is tonight, he's probably about fed up with me because I've told him so many times.
Russell, dude?
I've told him so many times I'm going to do a stream and we could talk Ahsoka, and I haven't done it yet. But I'm definitely going to get to that for sure.
You let my hair get this bad before you say anything? Jesus.
Well, you keep putting stuff on your face, man.
Yeah.
Look at you. Let's see what we got here.
Man,
Talk to the mic is saying, thanks. He's a good friend. It will be fun. He was also my sparring coach for when I did a little MMA before wrestling. That's awesome, dude.
Now who was GSP?
GSP, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's
Like,
awesome.
that's super cool.
Remind me, Michael, not to f with this gentleman.
Oh, talk to the mic. Yeah, he'll mess you up, dude.
Yeah, no,
He will mess you up.
I'm good, dude.
Jeff is saying, Matt, you would have clean up that con because there was only one other vendor with collectibles.
Oh man. Man. Yeah. Jeff, we bounced it around, man. We bounced it around. It was just too quick a turnaround. But hopefully we can get back to the next one, man. And Michael, hopefully you'll be right there with us, man. Doing our thing.
Mad Mom is saying, I have some mystery bags that I would donate to the raffle. Hell yeah, man.
Guys, that's sick, man. That's sick that she's saying that because, without even consulting with me, it's kind of, But anyway, no, man, that's awesome. We made some killer raffle bags for the Indianapolis horror convention because we wanted to make a good name for ourselves. So you guys in there, if she's gonna, Mad Mom, if you're gonna, donate those, like they're killer raffle bags, because we want to make a name for ourselves. So, who wants to be known as the people who give away shitty raffle bags? Nobody. So yeah, you get a lot of bang for your buck on those. So that's cool.
The Shape is saying Alice Cooper kicks ass and I love to see him. Used to listen to his music when I was a kid. My favorite song was 18. All right, man. Like, dude, man behind the mask for me. Alice Cooper isn't getting any younger, dude. And if I could just hear, like, please, for the love of God, man. For the love of God. I'll wear my Jason mask through his whole show. I guarantee that. Sure I'm making somebody cringe right now. But.
You have some sick Jason masks. I'm very jealous of. You have some sick Jason masks.
Darkroom Secrets saying, "Oh, that's a great idea, Mad Mom. If you guys decide to take donations, let me know. I donate some money to go towards raffle items." That's super cool. That's awesome of you to do that. For sure.
That is super cool. And when you do a raffle, man, you want it to be fun, and you want to give a banger of a prize out. So dude, that's awesome. And Darkroom Secrets, you know who you are. You're the shit. Big supporters of us, and great to see you on here.
Jeff is saying, yes, I met Tyler Main, Ryan Hurst, Butch Patrick, and Jason Halls from Ghost Hunters. Yeah, dude. Like, I used to watch Ghost Hunters back in the day. And actually, we met a couple of the Ghost Hunter people last year at Scarefest at the after party. Dave Tango and who was the other guy with the hat? There were two of them up there, and they were talking about their show still on, and I was like, oh my God, that show's still going. I used to watch that like 15 years ago, and they told me it was on the Travel Channel. So
now, also, Michael, I'll say, Darkroom Secrets is, we're gonna. I had the pleasure of talking with them this weekend, and we're gonna get together, and put together that annual shindig, man. That's going to be the party outside, grill out, do raffle. We're going to have a big screen out there watching the classics, man.
Oh yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, but we're going to put that together, man. And it's going to be awesome. But, I'm absolutely down with throwing it on the raffle, and I'll buy some steaks for that party, man. But it's going to be a good time. But I need to talk to you about that a little bit, Michael. But we're going to get that in the works, man. And everyone on this chat, everyone that's been to Mad Matt's Mask, everyone on Movies and Beyond, you are all welcome, and we're gonna have a big shindig, man, and it's gonna be awesome.
Hell yeah. I can't wait. And I'll probably do some live streaming from there as well. We did talk about that.
And I was hoping you'd say
do some live streaming. Well, we'll test Wi-Fi and stuff like that. If we can work that out, I know that when we do get it together, that Brandon from I Like Scary said that he'll swing by, talk a little bit about Halloween Lives, and maybe we'll have a little something for you guys there. Make it a little exclusive for the
And that'd be
people that
awesome.
go to the.
And even if we can get some, just like you said, like some Indiegogo going there, or
Yeah, and I mean we only have 14 days left on Indiegogo, so that's something that is time sensitive. Usually I'm not a pusher of anything, but this is something that unfortunately it does have an expiration for that, unless you can hit your goal and then they'll extend it. But the goal for this is it's pretty high for the rate that we're currently going right now. So you guys will probably see me popping up during the week to do live streams, try and push the Indiegogo campaign a little bit. Probably jump on with Brandon. I'll be on Talk to the Mics channel at some point here, talking Halloween Lives. Just something to keep that going. And like I said, $10 for your name in the credits. If 50 people donated $10, that's $500 towards the goal.
And not a damn thing wrong with that. That's what gives us these amazing like fan films to check out. So not a damn thing wrong with that, and even going back to, say the time's elapsed for, the time we're going to have to get together, then make that get together is about horror fans getting together and having a good time.
Well, that's first and foremost.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Period. So I, especially, I'm for horror or fan films in general, but Michael, you're my boy. You're doing one along with Brandon. So whatever I can do in that time frame to help, I will do.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I just am producing this one, so this is, I definitely want to make that clear that this is Brandon's vision. I'm just there to help. I'm working as a producer. I'm helping him film. I'm helping him with shots and things like that. But that is something that I definitely want to clarify. I don't want people to say, hey, Michael made this. I didn't. It's not, me. Brandon, his wife, Monica, and me are all getting behind the camera to make this happen, to bring Brandon's vision, of Halloween together for this. So I'm just excited to be a part of it. And, next summer, you may be getting something from Michael. We will see. We will definitely see. John, that's bad news. John said, I just checked Setlist FM, Michael, and it's a website that tracks every concert set and every show for music artists. Man Behind the Mask is not in the set, but you never know. It might pop up. Dude, I'm just going to scream with my mask on, and hopefully he sees it. He's like, oh, let's play Man Behind the Mask. Probably not, but, one can hope, right? One can hope. Teresa Stevens is saying, I love the name Talk to the Mic. Very catchy. Hey, it's a great name there. Mike is a great name for sure. For sure. Just drop off the boys, Trailer Park Boys, back to their hotel. Now got to head home to put my son to bed, then back to my studio. I got 3 more fan film reviews I'm working on. Single dad life. I get it, man. Definitely appreciate you coming by here, dude, and hanging out with us for a little bit. And I'll be talking to you on Instagram here real soon. Real soon, buddy. Everyone have a great night, and we'll talk this week. All right, man. Take it easy.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Absolutely.
The General is in the chat. Val from Val's Views is in the chat. Good evening, y'all. You will always get the salute from Movies and Beyond. What is up, my friend? I hope your trip was freaking awesome, Val. I hope you had a blast with that.
Good to see you, Val. Good to see you.
No More Mr. Nice Guy. Love that song too. Alice, I really do like that song too. And dude, in all honesty, Rob Zombie, I heard he puts on a hell of a show too, dude. And I can't wait to see, that. Like that's I wonder who's closing the show. Is it going to be Rob Zombie or is it going to be Alice Cooper? Because to me, they're both closers. I may not love, Rob Zombie's Halloween, but I've always been a huge fan of his music. Let's see what we got here. I think that Jeff came through Dave Tango and Steve Gonzalez. Dude, it was Steve Gonzalez. You are right. 100%. 100%.
What are we talking about here?
That when I said that I talked to those 2 ghost hunter guys at the after party at Scarefest last year, and I remember Dave Tango's name, but I couldn't remember Steve's name, and it was Steve Gonzalez. He is 100% right. Did you see me in there, Jeff? Did you see me talking to them? How did you know that? Jeff's also saying, yes, Tyler Mane is huge. He's between 6'5" and 7 foot. Jesus Christ. I'd come up to like that guy's belly button, dude.
Between. Come on.
Yeah,
Jeff.
that's a 7-inch range. Like, I don't know. Like that's just what you say. No, he was tall.
Tyler Mane is 6'7". He is 6'7". He's a monster. And he's very cool. Very
Hell
cool.
yeah. Yeah, I've never met him, dude. But I've always heard good things about him for sure.
I feel like, and I'll always say this, I got lucky the convention where I met him. Like, I got lucky. It was a convention where they were just getting started. You know, they started doing them manually. But man, when they started out, they had bangers there, but I don't think a lot of people knew about it. I walked right up to Tyler Mane, dude. I walked right up to Scout Taylor Compton. I walked right up to Andrew Bernarski, you know, on their face of the 3. It was just, I was there with, Mad Mom. It was an awesome convention, but it looked like it was in like a rundown Walmart, dude. Seriously. Like no one was there. And there were these big stars that you just walked right up to. Like it's probably something I'll never see again, you know?
Yeah.
But it was really impressive.
Well, I mean, you know, looking at like Danielle and Scout, like they have their podcast now. That's a pretty big podcast, you know, just outside of the, the work they've done now. It's like, you know, at this point you would hope that they would have, you know, big lines for them, especially. I think at Scarefest, they're actually doing a Talk Scary to Me live podcast show from there. I want to say one of the days.
A lot of things have always impressed me with, like, you know, just conventions in general, you know, like, some doesn't come as a shock, but some does. Like there's people that you would just walk right up to and you're like, what? You're like, dude, you're this man. Like, why were there only 3 people in front of me? You know? You know, Nick Castle's one of those guys. I've never stood in line longer than 12 minutes to get Nick.
And that's
Nick Castle
craziness, dude.
Michael Myers, dude. He's the first Michael Myers. Same thing with Doug Bradley. Doug Bradley is Pinhead, dude.
Dude. Doug Bradley's line at Horror Hound was
Pinhead.
Ridiculous, though. Like his line at Horror Hound, like wrapped around that corner and went like down that hallway.
Well, then I got lucky.
It was like
I got lucky, man. Because when I got in his line, man, seriously, there was 4 people in front of me, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Because that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, but I guess the biggest shocker would be like Nick Castle, but I get it. When I was meeting Nick Castle, James Jude was like right next to him, which I think over time, Nick, they're going to want a little bit more. Maybe I would think, but James Jude's like, I want to say he had just busted out.
He was current state, like
he
current.
Was current.
Yeah,
he was current. I want to say kills had just dropped and shit. So like his line was packed, and you could just walk up with anybody and your brother and just go see Nick, you know, over and over as many times as you wanted. But that blew my mind, man. Like it really did.
That's the thing, man. You know, current.
It's all about currency.
It is. And then you like people knowing, you know, you got to think to really appreciate who Nick Castle is. You know, it's probably not going to be someone that's 15 years old that went and saw, you know, Halloween 2018. That was like the first Halloween movie that they've really been, you know, conscious and like aware that came out.
It's
you know,
where I try to forget how old I am. Like,
yeah, dude. Like
Castle,
seriously.
Dude. He's like, who?
Like you got to think, Nick Castle was playing
Michael Myers over there, man.
Nick Castle was playing the Shape when I was like 8 months old. You know what I mean? And I'm old as shit right now. Like at least I feel it. You know what I mean? Like seriously.
But
the Shape is saying, when I hear "Man Behind the Mask," I slip on my Jason mask and shred guitar. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna, and this is something I want to say to everybody out there. So I want to get this out there to you guys. Michael, you'll be excited. So Mad Matt's Mask, we are holding our first annual Halloween costume contest at Mad Matt's Mask at Trader's World, Monroe, Ohio. And it'll be the weekend before Halloween, so that's Saturday. And we've got a first, second, third place prize. It's going to be just $3 to enter. The raffle will go, we'll do a little raffle, and those proceeds are going to go to somebody. But if you like to dress up, guys, please come out, man, because I want to see you all. I want to see your costumes, and it's the very first. And I know James for a fact, the Shape, has got a killer costume. He's got custom coveralls, custom mask. So if you want to beat the Shape, you've got some work to do.
Which segues into my next comment from the Shape.
Welcome. Please come out.
It segues into my next comment from the Shape. Man, I put some major money in my costume, but it's worth it. I'm gonna have a blast.
Yeah. So guys, again, man, the Saturday before Halloween, Mad Matt's Mask, Trader's World, Ohio, come out. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Michael, I believe you're gonna be a judge with me.
I am going to be a judge, and that's the weekend after Scarefest, correct?
Correct. Okay. So, we'll be there judging, and man, it's all about just having a good time. But man, it's gonna be cool, and I look forward to seeing your guys' costumes. So, yeah,
oh yeah,
it's something we're gonna do yearly.
Jeff is saying Rob Zombie is closing. Cool shit, man. Cool shit.
I know Jeff's got some creepy ass costumes too. I've seen him be a bunny that you don't want to mess with. That's for damn sure.
Hey Michael, we have the flyers printed for the costume contest on October 28th at Mad Matt's Mask. It will be a blast. I think I am going to be Valak. Ooh, interesting.
She is. Man,
interesting.
I will be painting her face, and I think I'm pretty sure I can do a killer job with Valak. But yeah, Michael, you'll be sitting right there with me judging. Dude, it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to bring horror fans together, have a good time, and there's a lot of prizes to win. So.
Jeff is saying Scout and Danielle were supposed to be at this convention, but they had to cancel. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Well, at least you're going to Scarefest, right, Jeff? And they'll both be down there. So, if you had plans on meeting them, at least you have another shot coming up here in about we're about a month and a half from less than a month and a half from Scarefest. That's absolutely crazy.
That is crazy, Jeff. If you can, or Kaylee, if you're out there, let me know how Kaylee enjoyed the convention, because that's so cool, and I know you guys have a great time together. But still, Jeff, whoever canceled, man, you guys were at the first annual, man, in Tennessee. That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
I'm so jealous.
Oh yeah, that'll be super cool. So we did want to pull up a tier chart for a little bit and play around with some characters. Now, I showed this tier chart to Matt beforehand, and there are a ton of characters on here. So don't think that we're going through all these. I just wanted to pull up, some of our favorites to give us a little something to kind of have fun with on here. And I want to throw some of these up here. Let me go ahead and share that with this, and then I hit this button, and then that button. Then I get our tier list of characters. So I did add an OK tab, because you remember last time we had epic, great. I think we had epic, great, good, meh, just horrible. And then we had that one that would fall in between all the time when we did our last tier. So I did add an okay. Like it's okay. You know, more than
I said okay.
Yeah, you did. You I understand what you're saying for sure. But a lot of these characters, you know, like I said, I mean, you look at all these characters. We're not going through all these for sure. Like,
let's go through a handful. Let's go through a handful.
Let's go through a handful. Okay, so the first person that I am going to pull up on here, I was looking at this, you know, while we were going through our show, to pick out a few. Like, I don't want to only pick out like the juggernauts, or else we're just going to fill up Epic, and that's going to be, you know,
let's go random with this.
Super fantastic. But the first one, and I'll put each new one in the OK tab to start, and then we can decide on where it goes. So, how many American Psycho fans do we have here, and what did we think of Mr. Bateman here as a character for American Psycho? Where would you put him, Matt? Like, as far as characters, like the movie to me was fantastic. Like it was fantastic.
Okay. This is funny, Michael, because of all these characters that are down here that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
This would be almost like the hardest one for me.
Oh, really?
Yes, because if you base it on, you know, how well he played the character, it goes right there to extraordinary.
Right.
If you go simply on like what the character means, I'll simplify it because this is very, very difficult for me because like I'm not gonna sit here and dude, how he played him and everything was just second to none. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, you can't really.
As far as like
his acting,
to like rewatchability and that stuff, like how much is American Psycho a baby of mine? It's not that much, but I can totally respect. I'll shut the F up, but I hope you kind of hear what I'm saying. I have nothing but respect for it, but for me, it's not my baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go. So what's the top? What's the top there?
So we have epic, great, good, okay, and just horrible.
So what I'm gonna do, for me, I'm gonna, and I'll take a lot of flack, but I'm gonna go to good. You got to move him up. You got to move him up one for me. But if anybody says like you're out of your mind, he was amazing. I get that. So just before you rip me, I get that. But it's just like the whole concept of it is not my whole cup of tea.
Right.
So that's where I put him.
All right. So I am going to make this short and sweet. He is in the great category for me. Definitely not epic, but definitely I feel like he was a great character. And he really carried the movie well. And, you know, it just made you, that was the movie that made me realize that, you know, it really doesn't matter what, anyone could be a psychopath, no matter what you look like or where you work at or what you're doing.
So I can agree with you, Michael, on that.
You know, so I would put him in the great category. If my mods can kind of get a poll on, you know, what people are thinking over here. I can't put up a poll on YouTube for all these characters, especially when I have many programs open.
I can meet you there.
Oh, you're saying you can meet me at great?
I can.
Okay.
I can.
So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments, but we're not going to have to count this one since Matt and I agreed on it. But I definitely want to know, you know, what you guys think of that character alone. Lydia is saying, love American Psycho. He's definitely great. Darkroom Secrets is saying, I love American Psycho. One of my favorites. Let's see.
Because Darkroom Secrets is a psycho. So
My Junkie Jordy is saying, not a fan of American Psycho. He's okay. Not much into American Psycho. Okay. So yeah, it's
and I get that, guys. I get that. I get that. But I won't deny his performance. You just can't, man. Like American Psycho, it doesn't have that, like, he's not a Jason for me. He's not a Michael. But
no, he's not a slasher.
No, he's not. But dude, I'm not gonna sit here and say he sucks. I'm just not like, because for what he was, they nailed it. That's what I'll say. For what it was, they nailed it.
Sure.
That's why I can meet you at great, Michael.
Number 2, we're going with Victor Crowley.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna throw the Hatchet series into the pool.
Okay.
And see what everybody thinks about Victor
first.
Crowley. All right, Victor Crowley, to me, he's good. I love the Hatchet movies and everything, but I start to look at the characters in here I see as epic and great. He's kind of towing that line between great and good for me, but I feel like Victor Crowley, for me, is going to fall under the good category. Don't get me wrong. I love Kane Hodder. He's freaking man, dude. But I think that Victor Crowley as a character, he lives in the swamp. He just, it doesn't matter if you kill him because he's going to wake up the next day and he's going to be fine. Kind of in like that Groundhog Day effect and everything. And the story itself and the way that good, I could sit here and talk for 20 minutes, about Victor Crowley, but it's just like that's where I'm going to go. Is good for Victor Crowley.
Yeah. This, Victor Crowley does not go to it does not go to the channel because I'm right there with you. You said it best. He's good, but he's nothing more. He's fun to watch. I'm right there with you, Michael.
And that's what I was definitely going to say about the Hatchet movies themselves, man. If you're just looking for
a stupid slasher to
dude, like Hatchet,
order a pizza, watch people get their heads cut. Then watch a Hatchet.
Right.
Like,
sure.
Yeah, but if you're looking for something to blow your effing mind, they're good. They're good.
All right. Well, the next person I'm bringing this one up for Mad Mom. Okay. Little pig, let me in. Where do you sit on Negan, sir?
Oh shit, me?
Yeah.
Oh, you put me on the spot, you son of a bitch. Oh.
So you're saying this one's going to the polls more than likely?
Well, hold on. Negan, if you're looking at, you're looking at, all around character, the depth of a character. I look at this as we're going through the depth of a character, and man, Negan is deep, dude. Negan is deep. So I'm gonna be between great and epic with Negan. I'm gonna go.
It's one or the other.
I'm gonna go with epic for Negan, man.
For Negan?
Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah. I know that's a strong thing for me to say, but he was, man. I'm a Walking Dead fan. I'm not a Walking Dead fanatic, but I'm a fan. And if you're asking me like who are some of the best characters in Walking Dead, dude, Negan's gonna pop to mind. So I'm gonna put him at epic.
Believe it or not, I'm going with you on that. And I'll give you a quick reason why. Negan is definitely a tale of, his whole story. You see why he did the things that he did. He took care of his wife until she died of cancer, and it closed him off, and he became that guy right there with Lucille as a baseball bat.
Are you surprised I put him at epic, Michael?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I figured you were going to be like, he's okay.
Okay.
In all honesty. But Negan, to me, not only is it a tale of a man's struggle and who he becomes, then he didn't like who he became, and it's a tale of redemption and trying to fix the things that he made a certain way. And depending on what side you're on, even when Negan was Negan,
Negan, yeah,
it was all about perception. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't see how well he treated his people. You didn't see how much he cared about his people.
Right.
The only thing that Negan did was he was very selfish about the way that he did things, but he was always looking out for someone. Like with Carl, he could have just killed Carl to get at Rick to make him do what he wanted, but he didn't. he brought Carl in and he showed him the Empire, and he built a love with,
it was
with
cutthroat
Carl.
times, man. It was
dude,
cutthroat times, dude.
Yeah, I definitely gotta go. I'm throwing Negan in an epic, and I did throw that one up there for Mad Mom, and I did throw that one up there for Val as well. So I know that they're big Negan fans.
I'm glad I surprised you, Michael. I'm glad I surprised
you. Did surprise me on that.
I'm glad.
Now I'm gonna do one for myself. Like I've got one for me, and then I've got one for you next.
All right. Well, while you do that, if you can hit the chat or whatever, I'm gonna use the restroom real fast.
Good God, man!
I'll be right back.
I know I've been checked out.
A lot of Pepsi.
let me check in on the chat here real quick to see where we're at right there. Oh my God. Let's see. My Chunky Jordan saying, not seen a part from the first a long time ago. Can't remember Crowley. Yeah, I would say the Hatchet series probably isn't the more popular, but it definitely is a good watch. So if you haven't seen them in a while and you have some time, I'm not saying it's a must watch, but they're definitely fun to go through. The Hatchet series are for sure. James was saying Victor Crowley is good. Yeah, and that's where we ended up putting him, man. I do think that Victor Crowley was a good character for sure. Bipolar says, I mean, Negan is no yeah, here we go. Here we go with this one. Yeah, well, I see what you're doing, Polar. I see you. I see you over there. And the Shape is saying, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I hear you, man. For sure. 100%. Val is coming through with Negan is kick ass. We're on the same page. We're on the same page with that one, Val, for sure. The Shape is saying Negan is awesome. I give him epic. For sure, man. Like, for sure. Wayne Turner's in the chat saying, hi all, it's 11:36 a.m. Monday here in Sydney, Australia. Off to the doctors to see about my ankle dramas. Specialist screwed up. Now back to GP. Drama continues. Wayne, it's always great to see you here, buddy. And whenever I read your opening chat, I always feel like I'm doing like a newscast for Australia. Like the way that I read it and it comes through. Hi, all, it's 11:36 a.m. here Monday in Sydney, Australia. Like I'm about to give you guys the weather or something. But dude, in all honesty, I hope that your ankle's doing okay, man. Just keep me updated on how you're doing, buddy. And I wish you the best. And I hope that you get that squared away for sure. Let's see what else we have. We also have Wayne in here saying that the Hatchet franchise, I have all of them on DVD. I think that I do. Actually, I don't think that I own any of the Hatchets. I think they're all on, is it Tubi maybe? So that's why I've kind of like put off on buying them. But it is definitely a collection that I do want to add, or I do want to have, and I do need to add that to my collection for sure, because I do enjoy the Hatchet series. It is a little crazy. It is a little crazy. Lydia's saying, if we're talking about the Hound from Game of Thrones, it's just not fair. Nobody can compare to that. Like that's always been a thing with me and Polar, back and forth about who was the better character between Negan from Walking Dead and the Hound from Game of Thrones. So anytime either of the two come up, I guarantee if she's talking about the Hound, I am definitely going to bring up Negan and vice versa. I see you out there, Polar, for sure. I see what you're doing there. Oh, let's see. Oh, and here it is. Michael and I had a debate about the Hound versus Negan having the best redemption story. I'm Hound all the way. And that's basically what I was saying. It's And I mean, that debate isn't going anywhere anytime soon, for sure. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, of course, Wayne, dude. Just keep me updated, buddy, on how you're doing, man. Seriously. Lydia is saying, I'm 500% the Hound all the way. His arc was beautiful. He's still hands down my favorite Game of Thrones character. Oh, God, he's not even my favorite Game of Thrones characters. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? All right, Matt, welcome back, buddy. I got crazy for a second. All right, dude. So this one is for me. So I am bringing up one of mine. You probably know who it is, and it's not Jason. I'm not doing that yet, but we will throw a Jason Michael Freddy up there.
I'm clueless.
Oh, you know it. As soon as I put her up there, you're gonna know who this is. I'm going with Samara from The Ring. she is on top for me. 100% love this character. But I will start with you talking about Samara, since you already know how I feel about Samara.
Yeah, man, and I do, and I still stand where I want to watch The Ring down here in the Mad Matt's Horror Den with you.
Here's the thing. I will do that with you, but we've got to watch The Ring 1 and 2 so I can show you why I don't like The Ring 2. But I love The Ring 1.
That's fine. Like, you freaking know that you're always welcome here, man. But it's something I've told you over and over I want to do. Because I love your passion for Samara, and honestly, I forget about her sometimes until until you bring her up. And the things you say, about Samara, they hold weight. But if you're okay, we're talking about what I think of Samara, and when I think about The Ring, the movies have weight for me as well, not the same extent as you. So, but man, I guess I don't look at Samara so much as an individual. Samara, I look at her as her movie, her film, The Ring. It was different. It was, oh man, because I'm not a Samara hater, man, but I'm not a lover. So I have to go with, I'm going to go with, I have to have her a good. She is good. The movies were good and different for the time. Samara is an absolute beast. I could see myself even possibly going up to, maybe to great. But that's an iffy. I can't take her to epic. But it's just, you always change my mind when I hear you talk about her. I'm like, because you make great points, man. But she's not my baby. But she's good. She's really good. So, and it was so different for the time. Like, man, like when The Ring came out, I feel like it's one of those movies that we needed at the time. So that's why I'm gonna say, I'm gonna leave it at good. It's just right there in between for me.
Okay. We'll definitely take this one to the polls. I want to know what you guys think in the chat.
Well, where do you put her?
I'm epic, dude. 100%. I absolutely love Samara. Like we're talking about movie, we're talking about character. Either way, dude, she's up there for me. 100%.
And I like that shit. I'm not the guy who's like,
yeah.
I like that. I do. I'm not, and we need more people like that. Like, if it's not your baby, but someone else loves it, instead of just dogging them on like, that's bullshit. Why? Like, think about it. Look at.
Well, I mean, dude, look at me and you, man. Like with Samara, right? Or even with Rob Zombie's Halloween. How many conversations have we had respectfully, about those movies? You know what I mean? It's just like.
Right, and they're so much better when they're respectively. Like anybody can bitch, fuck no, but you just listen to that person, man. It's
right.
It's all teach his own, man. And yeah, I've always liked listening to you talk about Samara. I always have. That's why I'm saying I want you to come down here.
The only thing holding her back is the damn videotape. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing holding her back. Like, Samara, freaking beast, dude. Like,
but man, yeah, Michael, I would love to have a freaking The Ring night, but I also think I like The Ring 2 better than you do.
Oh yeah,
because I thought it was a very, very good sequel. But yeah, man, when someone has passion for something and they can explain why. Dude, that's cool. That's cool to me. So, but I like The Ring. But I can't go to Epic for myself.
For sure. Darkroom Secrets saying night all Monday morning comes early. I hope you all have a great week. Hey, good night, and thanks for coming and hanging out with us for tonight.
Yes.
Darkroom Secrets, love having you here.
Yeah, and Darkroom Secrets, we will talk. You and myself and Michael as well, because we'll get together going, guys, and we'll get everybody together outside watching a movie and grilling out, and bring all these horror fans together, man, because that's what I'm about right now, is bringing us all together. So that's what we'll do.
Oh yeah. Well, while we're waiting, for that, the results come in on tomorrow. I'm gonna throw one up there for you that I know is near and dear to your heart, and that, to me, correct me if I'm wrong, does look like the 03 Leatherface that they have up there, that I know that you are a huge fan of, for real. And let me just say good night to Chris too as well. Chris, have a good one, buddy. Always happy to have you here. Take care. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so currently we need one more vote on Samara because we are tied with Epic and Great. So
really,
someone go ahead and break that tiebreaker that feels like it falls in between one of those two, for real. Because my vote and Matt's vote does not count.
Has James voted yet?
I don't know. Why are you asking for James? I know James hangs out with you at the shop all day. You trying to pull like a guy in your pocket, James?
No.
What are you doing there, James?
No.
You texted him? You texted him? I saw you look down a couple times. You texting James like, "Hey, go ahead."
Michael, you're overthinking it, man.
Oh, totally. What'd you think about Leatherface, man? Give me your 03 Leatherface. What you got? I only have a few more minutes, so we'll get through like one or two more of these, and then I'm gonna have to wrap it up.
It's solid for me, man. It's epic. It's one of the best remakes of horror ever. It's a movie that I like more than the original. Not just the movie, the look of everything about it. For me, stomps the original, but I also respect that it wouldn't be there without the original. So don't get me wrong. Like, I give all the respect, to the original, but the 03 for me, man, is like, if somebody new, say, comes down here to the horror den and is like, hey, let's watch a Texas Chainsaw. Like, that's what I'm going to show them, man. It's just so good. I even look now at the 2022 Leatherface, and like, I even, I like that movie, but dude, The Mask is god freaking awful, dude. They just didn't miss a beat on the 03. The Mask looks good. The cast is good. The story is good. It's got it's epic for me. It's I've talked about this for Mad Matt. For Mad Matt, it's one of my all-time favorite horror films. And I don't say that with all remakes. I stand up for remakes, but this one more so than any. It superseded the original. I went back. I want to say a couple years after I saw the 03, I went back to watch the original. And I liked it, but it even kind of bored me. And I found myself, yeah, a little bit. Like I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I found myself just wanting to watch that 03 remake again. Like that's like, so yeah, for me, man, it's epic. It's epic. So
I'm just gonna slide this up here unless anybody says anything about it. I'll do what I want.
Real nonchalant.
I'll take my ball and go home if you don't like it. No, I'm just kidding. 2003 Leatherface, dude. It has no other place being on top of the board, dude. If you're talking 2003 Leatherface, or you're talking Leatherface in general, dude, it has no other spot to being on the top of the board. I agree with you 100%. But I am going to throw one up here that's not so easy. One of our last couple ones for tonight. And don't worry, I'll hold on to this tier chart, and we can dive through this every now and then, because these are always fun, right?
Is a
to just throw
chart,
these stuff up here and just have a blast talking about them. But I wouldn't be the same if I didn't throw the one up here to cause controversy between me and you. And I am going with the tall man from Phantasm. Where do we put the tall man? And you know what? I already know. We'll talk about it, right? We'll talk about the tall man, and that's fine. But I am definitely leaving the tall man from Phantasm up to the chat for this one. 100%. Vote on the tall man from Phantasm. If my mods can check that out for me for sure and get a count of it. I will talk a little bit about Phantasm and why I like the tall man so much. And it does have a sentimental thing to me with me and my father. It was something we watched together when I was a kid. He was one of the first characters to ever scare the hell out of me. But, that doesn't come from what it is now. It came from what it is then, being 4 or 5 years old and watching this tall guy throw this freaking casket in the back of a hearse by himself. It was just craziness for a kid of my age sitting on the couch watching this. It just, to go back and watch it now, all you could probably see is, oh yeah, that looks kind of cheap. What is he compared to someone that just came out, then, not so much. But as a horror character, I cannot put the tall man in any other place for me than Epic. I absolutely love the tall man for sure, 100%. Phantasm, he had those little freaking balls that would flying around and drilling inside people's heads, man. And to see that as a kid, dude, it was just like, wow, that shit is absolutely freaking crazy.
Oh damn,
for sure.
I was even trying to I was trying to give you the respect, but I didn't know you'd go all the way to Epic.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, if someone told me that he had to go into the great category, I could live with it. You know what I mean? But as for me and for, sentimental reasons and stuff, he's always going to be, up top with some of the great ones for me.
And Michael, there's nothing wrong with having there's nothing wrong with having sentimental keep you at a certain category,
dude. In all honesty, dude,
I think the balls are corny.
I think tall man a whoop Pinhead. To be honest with you, in a fight, I think you're
smoking crack. I think you are smoking crack. I think the balls were corny. They're outdated. I think I liked the tall man. I liked him. He was creepy and stuff. The story lost. Yeah, man, the story lost me. But Michael, I also didn't see this with my father as a young kid or anything. You know what I'm saying? So, but for me, the tall man goes to Matt.
Oh, good God. All right. Yeah, this is definitely going out there. Let me just, I don't mean to interrupt you, but let me just say, let me say bye to Wayne Turner. He's got to go to the doctor about his ankle. Wayne, I hope everything's okay, buddy, or you're working on getting it fixed, dude. Let me know how you're doing as soon as you can. Thanks, buddy.
Absolutely. But, I watched Phantasm. I forced myself to watch it, and did nothing for me. And the balls floating in the air, and
Come here, boy.
Yeah, it's mad for me at best, man.
All right.
Yeah. So that goes to the chat. I know it has a huge, fan base.
Let's see what some of the people in the chat had to say. Wayne, before he left, said the tall man is epic. James is saying the tall man is great. Let's see. My Chunky Jordy is saying got to give epic to Angus, the tall man, for sure. Damn. And Lydia is saying that epic is currently in the lead with 2 votes. And she just now posted, I think epic has won. So I will not hesitate to put my man Angus Graham up there.
So I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's all opinion based, and you're like, no, it's facts now. I don't know what I'm doing.
Nobody's gonna listen to Matt. You don't know shit.
Let's see. Okay, this will be the last one for the night, so it's got to be a good one, right? All right, let's see.
Matt don't know his ass from Rice Krispies.
Let's see, I don't want to pull out like if I pull a Jason, Freddy, or Michael, we already know where those are gonna go.
No, don't do that.
This is an interesting one. Let's do this. Would the shark from Jaws?
That's
we
not
end it on the shark from Jaws. What do you think about the shark from Jaws, Matt? Where would you place Jaws as a horror movie?
Is there anything higher than epic?
Nah, I don't think so, dude.
Is
but
there fucking epic?
It's
there fucking epic. Is there ridiculously epic? Like, dude, no, he's epic.
Let's see.
He's epic. What is this chart popping up?
I'm working on something.
No, he's what Jaws did. Dude, the guy who wrote Jaws hated he wrote it because it got people so fucking
Oh, damn it.
afraid of sharks and afraid to go in the water. I learned that touring the aquarium with some friend of mine.
Touring the aquarium?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yep.
There, now we have a fucking epic tier. So there you go. We could throw.
Let's do one more after.
Now everybody in here is gonna be like, well, hold on a second, because there's some of these other ones that could be fucking epic. Okay, we'll do one more. Dude, what about Candyman?
Hold on. Okay, that's a good one.
You want to do Candyman? I think that's definitely a good one for sure.
It'll be like 4 a.m. Like one more.
This actually has to be my last one. I was supposed to get off here 20 minutes ago. This has to be my last one.
I don't mean to hold you up, Michael.
No, you're all right. This is fun. We're having a good time.
I missed you guys.
Yeah, man, I got you. So, Candyman.
Okay.
Tony Todd.
Okay.
The Tony Todd Candyman.
Who goes first?
I'll go first. Okay. I think that the Tony Todd Candyman is kind of teetering the line between epic and great for me. But I think that I'm going to go with great, just for the simple fact that I absolutely loved the original Candyman. Sequels, not so much.
Correct.
But I did really like it. I'm going to go. I'm feeling more to great for Candyman. And that's where I'm at. Like, I don't want to go long and drawn out with it.
All right. So, and let's not forget.
Have a good night, Polar.
Good night, Polar. Let's not forget, when you say great, that's fucking great. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's not forget that. That means you that means you really like it. So I'm going to be Michael, I'm going to be right there with you. Dude, the first Candyman. And I can even go to epic. Yeah. But I can actually meet you at great. But the first Candyman was so effing creepy and good. Like, it's one of those movies like where if I'm talking to somebody that doesn't know much about horror, I'm trying to show them some, old school horror. I bring up Candyman all the time. I'm like, check out Candyman.
Yeah.
That first movie. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not talking about Farewell to the Flesh. I'm not talking about any other bullshit. But if you're talking the original Candyman, it still is a little creepy to me to this day. Like the scene with the boy in the restroom, and when the woman wakes up and the blood and her dog's head's cut off and everything. It's still creepy to me to this day, dude. So I'm right there with you, buddy. I think it's great. And for me, it teeters, it can teeter to epic. So I think it was a fantastic film.
The thing for me, other than other than hearing the stories when you're a kid about like Bloody Mary and things like that, when you look at it, it was very original to see on a movie for me the first time I saw it. Not to say that there wasn't things before that came that did similar things, but for me when I saw it for the first time, it was just like, wow, man, like this is super
it freaks
cool.
me the F out.
Yeah, it is super fucking cool. But yeah, I will hang on to this tier list so we can go through more of these. Granted, you look at the list that we have, there's so many characters on here that we'd never get through it in one show. But I thought it'd be a fun thing for us to do to talk about our favorite characters and, horror greats and horror not so greats to do this tonight. But yeah, I had a blast tonight, man, for sure. It was definitely.
Wait till we get to Karen. Dude, she's freaky as shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. But everybody hanging out with us tonight, man. I had a great time. It's definitely good to be back for sure. Now, my appearances will be spotty for a little while, you guys, because I have a lot of things going on, in the background, not just with Halloween Lives, but with real life stuff that I have going on. So I'll do my best to keep everybody updated on, when we're coming back. And, like we should be able to do it this Sunday. But I'll know for sure on Tuesday if we'll be doing this next Sunday or not, which I hope that we are 100%. But like I said, it's going to be a little spotty probably for the next until the beginning of October for me. But once I get settled in and everything and things are done, I'll be able to be back here regularly. And I do appreciate you guys for being patient, with how, like yesterday, threw a stream up an hour beforehand. It's like, yeah, I got about an hour and a half I can burn. So I did that. But man, great show tonight. And I had a blast hanging out, talking with you, talking with all these great people that we have hanging out with us, man. And do you have anything going on with Mad Matt's Mask other than the costume contest coming up?
I don't.
Want to talk about?
I don't. I just want to go back. I just want to say, guys, thank you, and please come back, because Michael, I know you got a lot going on, but I hope you can make it to where that we can come back, next Sunday as well, because I absolutely love this. You guys are, giving us your all, and that's what I want to give to you guys. But like I said, come to the contest. It's gonna be freaking awesome. But no, other than that, man, I love you guys, and I hope we're right back here next Sunday, because it's the best way that I could possibly think of to finish my week, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So
sounds good.
That's all I got, man.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you for just a minute when we're backstage before we get out of here. But for everybody else, we had a great time tonight. More to come for Movies and Beyond and Mad Matt's Mask. And I will see you all next time.